In Africa, it is becoming inevitable that employees will either bring their own devices into the workplace or engage these devices when out of the office. As more work is done out of the office, enterprises are forced to embrace additional security threats and come up with threat models to ensure the integrity of their data.
We are critically aware that BYOD is a very large component. In fact, numbers are showing us that by the end of 2015, 35% of all users will be a BYO, typically BYO type of user in the corporate space. So we do cater for this by the nature of the software and encryption that is already available and is shipped with our devices. And in addition to, as I've mentioned previously, the NOx component, which will provide the user and the BYO user, particularly in the corporate space, the ability to manage that data and security of that data on the device.
Chris Buchanan, Director for End User Computing at Dell, feels that the primary goal should be to secure the devices, while empowering the user is also of utmost importance when you embrace bring your own device in the workplace.
Dell feels you need to look at it from a holistic point of view. There are a lot of things that need to be considered when you bring in BYOD. You need to first of all decide how you're going to deploy the devices. You need to make sure that they're secured, the information as well as the devices, and you need to make sure that the goals that you've set for BYOD are achieved at the end of the day. So empowering the user is the ultimate goal, and you need to make sure that you achieve those with BYOD.
Developing systems that are user-friendly and easily managed by both the consumer and the corporate administrator who institutes the corporate policies is vital when dealing with BYOD in the work environment.
From our perspective, it is critically important that we do support that. It's an area that we know most organizations perhaps lack a little bit of focus on. So we are, and we have partnered with a number of the global players to enable their mobile device management applications to reside on our range of devices. And of course, this makes the device a lot more user-friendly and a lot more integratable perhaps into the corporate customers' hands. In addition to that, we will officially be launching Samsung NOx, which will take place in Q3 of this calendar year, which incorporates a lot more of that functionality and also talks around the ability to manage the device in a split form, if you will. So it can be managed with consumer data on one side and a profile with the corporate data on the other side, and be managed accordingly either by the customer and the day-to-day consumer on his own, or alternatively to be managed by the corporate IT administrator who can manage the proprietary information and institute the corporate policies on the professional side of the phone, if you will, or device.
This emerging trend compels technology companies to produce devices that are BYOD compliant.
We have a number of solutions that Dell offers around software security. So we encrypt a number of files. We have a unique solution that we offer regarding encryption of files rather than hard drives. We also have the ability to, when the device, if it should be stolen, to actually shut it down remotely and make sure that no one can access sensitive data that's on the device.
With the increasing trend on hacking, securing the devices and the apps is very important.
Securing the device will make sure that you never have to worry about securing the app, although these days I would say that the proliferation of data on the internet, with the advent of things like Dropbox where you can put files on the internet very easily and for free, securing the app or the file itself is probably more important than the device.
With a growing mobile presence on the continent, businesses have to review their security strategies to accommodate this mobile technology.